guys, we're back, Buzzer TV, I'm Buzzer.
And I'm
And
Alistair.
we're here for Legend of Korra, Season 1, or Book 1, Episode number 2. Last episode we had a very swift and smooth entrance to this new show, new characters being introduced. Nostalgic talks about the past.
Yep.
We got our villain towards the end. I think
We call him the poster guy.
The poster guy, like anti-benders. I think that's gonna be the whole thing. Tenzin has agreed for Korra to stay in Republic City, so she's staying to learn how to airbend. The one element that she has left, and I think that's it. Like we're binging this right now. It's late at night. We're having fun, unless we're just gonna continue this shit off. So episode 2, let's go. Ah, Tenzin, I actually like him. Oh, now they're into the champion.
Korra, what can I say? You really came alive in that last round.
You're really clutch right there.
You are a natural.
I'm really sorry about everything I said. I was really frustrated with myself, and I took it out on you.
I think I owe you an apology too. I was trying to teach you about patience, but I lost mine.
No hard feelings?
Of course not. By the way, you were really good out there tonight. You moved
Aw.
just like an airbender.
Wait, you stayed and watched?
I did. Pro bending turned out to be the perfect teaching tool for you.
Exactly. That's her passion, man. What's he looking at? Oh.
Is that foreshadow or something?
Are they gonna be a thing?
Ah.
Oh, that was nice. Alright, episode 2. What do you think? Like, this pro bending tournament? Yo, that's fun as
That's
fuck.
cool.
It's so, like, it's nice.
It's
nice.
it's a really cool concept.
It's a cool concept, and it's like, I remember we had, like, the Toph was, like, the bending champion, and we had the boulder and stuff. Like I feel like they made a really advanced version of
Where
that.
there's not only earth bending, it's like all bending.
It's all bending and stuff. So it's very interesting in this world where like
It's similar to a sport. I just can't remember what
yeah,
sport.
but in this world it's nice where like a mom could be like a firebender, dad's earthbender, and the kids could be like fire like we have like Mako and that guy Bolin, I don't know, that's pretty interesting. I enjoy that concept of like everybody's, it's this interracial like these nations, it's like, because my brain's still like Fire Nation, Earth Nation,
That's
Water
what I'm saying.
Nation, so now it's like it's all mixed and stuff, and it's common, it's like it's pretty cool. But we got like Aang, he struggled the most with earthbending. Remember when we saw that? Because it goes against his nature,
Wait,
Korra-
wasn't he like
No.
having most of the hard time on fire until he had to go to that?
No. With fire, with fire, he I think he eventually got it, but he heard Katara, so he's just like he doesn't want to do it because it's like it's too dangerous. He doesn't want to hurt his friends. But like earthbending was something he had the most difficulty learning because it literally went against his nature. Remember when Toph was teaching him stuff, he just couldn't do it. Same thing with Korra, but like for Korra's case, is like she struggles the most with airbending, which is interesting because two things. It's like number one, I like the way that it's interesting because like you would think Korra would like know airbending because she's a waterbender, so transitioning from water to air shouldn't be too hard. Remember how Aang transitioned from air to water and he did it like seamlessly, like he did it pretty with ease. So like over here, but like I like how the producers or whatever, I think they're trying to take the angle of like we never really got like somebody learning how to airbend because Aang was already like a master airbender when we started the series. But over here we're getting like more like behind the scenes of how like if somebody struggles with airbending, like how do you learn it,
Mm-hmm.
What's the philosophies behind airbending? So we're kind of getting that with Korra,
I'm so surprised how she ended up getting it. Like she, how do I say this? Learning in a certain environment.
Yeah. That's
like,
what I thought.
That's just because it made sense for
Yeah.
Aang because he was born a monk. You know, so for him it's like airbending, like it's his thing. He knows about patience. He knows about meditation.
Yeah,
he
yeah,
knows about all that
exactly,
shit.
yeah.
But for Korra is like the exact opposite. She's like a fun fighter.
Yeah, she's more like
more
yeah,
of a tomboy kind of thing.
Exactly,
But,
yeah.
you know, so she needs to be in that environment to get better.
Yeah,
You know?
that's true. That's exactly it. So I don't know, man. I actually really enjoyed like how she finally got the airbending like way of like what Tenzin was trying to teach her. Like she got it in her like something like she's passionate about. So like that was pretty cool to see.
Mm-hmm.
But no villains here. We got two new characters, Bo Lin and Mako. And Mako, I think Mako was Iroh's voice actor. So apparently, so Iroh has like Iroh's voice actor passed away in book 2 of Avatar. So they got a new voice actor.
Oh really?
Yeah. So they got a new voice actor for Iroh, and the original voice actor for Iroh was his real name was Mako.
Oh.
You know, so like I think
they did it on his honor.
Yeah, they did it in his honor. You know, so like they named this character Mako. So that was a nice touch to it.
Okay.
And Bo Lin, they're siblings. So, is this good? Are they the new Katara and Sokka? Because Sokka is
Zuko.
no. Because Sokka and Katara were like siblings that joined the Avatar. So Bo Lin and Mako are like siblings that joined Katara.
I don't think they're the new.
Because Bo Lin reminds me of Sokka.
Yeah, definitely.
And the other guy reminds me of like Mako reminds me of Zuko, you know?
Yeah.
So they're changing up the dynamics
That's what I'm
for
saying.
the crew,
Yeah.
you know? So last episode we were speculating, is she gonna have a crew or not? So this is
I feel this is yeah.
I'm assuming this is her crew now, you know?
Yeah.
Like
And they're cool guys. They have the soccer field, but Zuko's in there.
But Zuko, yeah, like I feel like they're changing it up a bit.
Yeah.
You know? A Sokka Zuko type like. It's so random, but like
It'll be weird if that guy was like Katara or some shit.
Yeah, but obviously they're not trying to like repeat Avatar. You know? They're trying to like change it up a bit. And
that's you know what's funny? Like we're sad that Sokka is dead because time goes by. But then there's like another Sokka and a different.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's a new generation, as you know they say. Like it's a new generation.
I'm just happy there's a Sokka feel.
I know, right?
Yeah, like,
man, I don't know if you could replace Sokka though, man.
Well, you
like,
can.
He was just.
Gets any girl he wants.
Fucking funniest character ever, man. Like, God, I loved it. And we had Tenzin. Obviously, he was against the whole like the pro bending stuff. He's like, oh, that's just nonsense. But I like how he came through at the end. He found out she was there, and then he kind of supported her in a way. So Tenzin himself was having some trouble dealing with Korra and her ways, you know. But I like how he came through at the end. And he saw that. He's like, yo, like, good job, you know. And Korra's joining the pro bending.
That's cool. She's an athlete.
Yeah, she's like
she's a competitive athlete.
You know what I realized in this world? People don't really give two shits about like, oh, you're the Avatar. Okay, cool, you know.
Yeah, that's weird.
Like, it's
it's
common.
the Avatar. I can't believe it. But she's gonna continue playing. As long as she just uses one.
I think like since. It's a different dynamic in this world to live in, because in the previous when Aang was, there was no Avatar for 100 years, so like the Avatar was like a legend, a myth. It was just a story at that point, you know.
Yeah.
So when Aang came back, everybody's like, oh my god, it's an Avatar, you know, it's a big deal. But like I feel like now, since like Aang was alive, Korra wasn't like stuck in an iceberg for 100 years, you know. So everybody's more like, oh yeah, cool, you're the Avatar, you know. Like it's more modernized, so like people don't really like, they're not like super surprised by it.
That's still it kind of weirds me out. That's the case.
Oh really?
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just the Avatar. She's gonna go like, I think we both know she's gonna eventually go into the Avatar state. But right now nobody cares.
Yeah,
it's just weird.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but I kind of understand it.
No,
like,
I understand it.
I understand. It's like you know, it's like back in the day, if somebody has a car, you know, like back in the day, it's like, oh shit, this guy has a car. But now, like, nobody really cares, you know. Like, I don't know, it's not the same example, but it's not like there's many avatars now. It's like you know, like back in the day, if you see something rare, you kind of like, you're like, oh damn. And now if you see it, you're like, cool, you know. But like, I don't know. It's a different dynamic, but I get it.
There's still only one.
There's still only one,
that's,
but like
that's the part.
But I feel like people are just more like you know, they're just cool with it. Oh, cool, you know. But back in the day, it was like
Avatar selfie.
Selfie. Yeah,
that's it.
Basically, yeah, that's it.
Oh,
so yo, I think that's all I got for this episode.
My ink ran out. So
yeah. So no villains or no nothing. We just got introductions here. Looking forward to the next one then.
Yeah, let's go. MVP and flop.
Alright guys, who's gonna be your MVP of today?
And who's gonna be the flop of today?
So MVP,
I'm gonna give it to Korra, man.
yeah, I think I'm gonna give it to Korra. I think I'm gonna give it to Korra. She came through. She learned that, you know, she convinced Tenzin in a sense that towards the end.
Yeah, and she learned that
airbending
thing,
you know. She was literally MVP of like the game. She helped
literally MVP.
Mako and the Bolin to win.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think and it ended up well for her. So short and sweet, Korra is the MVP of today.
You made us believe, put clothes on our backs, you sacrificed for us. You the real MVP.
Alright guys, who's gonna be the flop?
Everybody do the flop!
As for the flop,
Look at those guys who lost.
I think that they're the only.
We have no choice, man. Come on.
You know, I don't know if okay. You know what, guys? We're gonna see how this goes for in terms of flops. You know, but like if you know if there's like a trend of us having a hard time finding a flop, should we just stick with MVPs? Like I don't know.
That's a tradition, man. We gotta do the flop.
I don't know, man. Because if I'm thinking about it, the flop. Okay. Sure. Like that. Literally, they're the only person I can think of.
What happens if there's an episode where there's no MVP but there's only flops? Would you stuck?
Then we're just done. Alright guys.
Bye guys.
We're okay, sure. The guys who lost at the end are gonna be the flop of today's episode. Alright guys, and that's it for today. Another episode down. We're binging this series. It's a fun ride. We're trying to get as much as we can, so I hope you guys tune in.
And do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Alistair.
Bye, sir.
Peace